Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone.
Today's session is about the medical astrology course that we are starting on 30th. This is the third time we are doing this course because few people wanted to do it live. So, sir has kindly acceded to do it. And today's topic is congenital disease along with use of Panchang elements. So, that will be something very different that we are doing today. Yes, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Everybody,
Yes.
please be on mute. Don't interrupt, sir. And raise your hands. I'll call out your names. Then only you'll speak.
Morning prayers.
Please
Hari
come on camera.
Om Ganana Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Vamastavastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvano Divasi Dasadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Vervajini Dadi Dinama Viprayavadu Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswati Namaha Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Om Adityaయ Somaya Mangalaya Budaya Guru Shukra Sani Besara Kede Namaha Om Bhargava Sveta Cvetarvari Inimar Bhodevasya Divi Virupajata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dharmantre Amrita Kaladastaya Sarva Amay Vinasnaya Sarva Lokanathaya Sri Mahavishnu Namaha. Good morning, everybody. Okay. Okay, we will. I've actually did third time we are doing this course. Psychiatry we have done. If you can go and look at one class, the psychiatry class is on ma'am's YouTube. It is there, and we did one on cancer also. This is also available in YouTube. On another preview session we are doing on congenital disorders. Some basics of astrology will come in this particular thing. We're not going congenital. We will have everything like being deaf, blind, everything will come. We're not going to details. Why does a baby at birth, what is the planetary combination at birth, or though technically before birth it's congenital. Sometimes it will be some things which is picked up very early, 2-3 years, a health problem will come. So what is anything related to that also we will discuss. So it can be something like basics. The other disease is different. Diabetes or BP or kidney or heart, it is picked up later. So it is lifestyle with a bad planetary combination over the years, which you pick up. This is the baby, what to say, it is just not picked up his life. Nothing has happened. So something from the baby's past karma or the mother and father's past karma, or it's a genetical issue or something which is going to, the moment the baby starts, it starts with a health issue. So that is a very serious affliction in the horoscope. When you see other afflictions, you may not easily find out that though the combinations are very easy for diabetes, prone to, probable to, susceptible to, many things are there. If you do not take lifestyle changes, you can easily pick up diabetes or any other disease. But in a congenital case, the baby is born with it. So there must be serious affliction. So basic affliction must be there in the horoscope for the baby to start up with a polio or a cleft lip or is deaf, blind, dumb, or it's a blue baby that is or the heart issue in the baby. There are many things. What is it? Many issues I've seen. I've seen people complaining, what to say, only one kidney. Then the kidney goes big to become one kidney. This is an issue. Many other things. Why it happens? Let us see. So generally, the cause for birth defects medically is there are genetical changes. A side effect of medication. Medication is if the mother during pregnancy takes certain medications like lithium. There are certain very strong medications which are not supposed, unless paracetamol. I think in pregnancy, most of the medicines must not be taken. Or there is a substance or chemical exposure or pregnancy complications. Okay, the way they use the forceps and if I can give you my example, this is what medically I have taken from the book. But usually it is very important. In pregnancy, the mother is in a very good mood. The mother is stressed up, tensioned up. She's thinking of something. It's extremely very important. I will tell you with many experiences which I've seen on my relations, exactly what the mother thinks and what pressure the mother goes through or the surroundings which she has, it is going to affect the how the baby is born. There are two actually remedial measures we would do before when the mother is in stomach, which is supposed to it's for the baby's growth and for a safe delivery. It is there. So that is all you can need to follow. So genetics by birth defect is too many chromosomes, Down syndrome, not enough chromosomes. There is something called Turner syndrome, deleted chromosomes is Prader-Willi syndrome, and relocated chromosome, it's Smith-Magnus syndrome. Then we have medications, certain medications like any or for epileptic patients medication, valproic acid, lithium. I've seen warfarin and psychological problems. People take lithium. So some medicine which are not supposed to be taken can seriously affect the growth of the baby. Chemical alcohol, addictive substances, these kind of drugs, or exposed to pesticides, herbicides, and in a very strong pollution area, this can also affect. So you will know with these things there is something called the horoscope starts at birth, but the defect is already before. So there, how come there is a defect already? There is something called Adana Jataka. Adana Jataka is when the baby is formed and fertilization takes place. That is called an Adana Jataka. There is a method of finding out what is a Lagna. You have to reverse 9 months. There's a method of every book starting first how to find the Adana Lagna. This is the Janma Lagna. At birth, it is Janma Lagna. So mostly it will be trained to the birth Lagna. There is a method. So why the affliction started already? It is not after birth, some affliction starts. It's already there. So you can even find the Adana Jataka and find out why it went on. It is not, and naturally it will coincide with a bad birth. It is not that it will, it will come in a good birth. Only the Adana Jataka was bad. Then there is a third Jataka for women, which at puberty there is a particular horoscope. So for men, it is only two. For women, there are supposed to be traditional astrologers will calculate the Adana Jataka. Many remedial measures. There is a method, secret method of doing the Adana Jataka. Then you do the Janma Jataka. Then the puberty horoscope is also there for women. Marriage related, those kind of problems. If it is there, they will also check with that. So pregnancy complication and birth effects. So uterine constant, that is a problem. Or lack of amniotic fluid, it leaks, and then so many other complications. The lab, it will burst, and she will not inform. And the baby will find it difficult to. Then certain infections are there. So this can also cause complications. So each of this, it is a if the mother has malefics in the eighth, you can expect this afflicted Jupiter in the mother's horoscope or an afflicted Hetu, a smooth delivery. It is not just the fifth house of the mother which has to be nice. Fifth house is for the baby. Baby is being formed, but the delivery does not take place through the fifth house. It takes place through the eighth house. If she has Rahu, Ketu, Mars sitting in the eighth house, how she is running through a bad period. She might be running the Dasa and Antardasa of planets related to fifth house for a baby, but she must be running through Janmasini, Sadesati, Jupiter in 6, 8, 12. At formation, the baby, first 7 months, Jupiter would have been well placed. At delivery, it will go to the 6th, 8th, 12th house. And she's already having one or more malefic planets in the 8th house. This pregnancy complications, you must be very, very careful when she's running. Let's say certain periods like Rahu, Kedu, Mars, deliveries in Mars period, deliveries in Rahu, Kedu period, or an afflicted Saturn period, the delivery can be abnormal. Jupiter in 6, 8, 12, you must be very careful in the stomach. Baby, you should have to take all precautions, but she doesn't get into all these complications for a very proper delivery. So that is the reason we have these two semen, though function is there, and there are other for each culture. There is different to keep the mood of the mother and certain mantras which will protect the mother and baby. So there are many congenital and acquired congenital diseases. We will go see certain things. I've given you the planetary combination. something related to nervous system. When Mercury, Saturn, Rahu enjoys and Aries signs are involved, it is cerebral palsy or neural tube defects, meningitis, it is the hydrocephalus, anything spine. So this will be typically the airy vata related planets. In our course, we will be first in this, there is no Ayurveda. So in congenital, it is absolutely no Ayurveda related perspective. For other diseases, we'll always start with the Ayurvedic perspective. We'll give an introduction why this disease. If it is diabetes, what is the Ayurvedic perspective? What is the allopathic perspective? Then we will go into the astrological perspective with enough, not less than minimum 10 horoscope for each disease to understand well. Here, congenital has no, from the Ayurvedic perspective, it is not there. Though it can be a vitiation of all tattvas. So that can be the only thing. So digestive system, fifth and sun predominantly is afflicted. Then you will have pyloric stenosis or Hirsch spring congenital problems. This is obstruction of the colon. What it says, it is stuck together and it is an emergency surgery. So you will see the fifth, sixth house seriously afflicted. If it's going for a surgery, you will see. And most of the cases, what I say, the dasa, the baby is born. The baby, most of the problem, the baby will be born with Sade Satya or Ashtamasin. Imagine baby being born for a grown-up self, it is difficult. The baby is running through a tough phase. Okay, and baby is being born with, I will give you the rules. With severe malefics in Lagna, Dasa and Antardasa is a malefic, 8th house has a malefic, and the Dasa and Antardasa is not good. So even the birth and the following is not going to be nice. Then you can pick up most of these complicated issues. So cardiovascular disease, you will have people with what is a hole in the heart. Many times you will see hole in the heart. I have seen many cases. So these congenital heart effects, this is generally sun, fourth house, you can see. Then genitourinary disease, undescended testis, congenital defects of the ureter, bladder, urethra, seventh house moon, eighth house moon with Saturn Mars aspect for the baby. I've always seen this happening. Baby has moon with another malefic. There is these genitourinary diseases. Musculoskeletal disease. See, there are many reasons. Is bones for, is it sun or it is Saturn? You will know. So musculoskeletal, Mars, Sun, Saturn will be club foot, congenital hip dysplasia. All this you will see. Then metabolic errors, cystic fibrosis, and I'm not, what is this, phenylketonuria? All this is, Lagna will be seriously affected. There are many more diseases. I'm just giving you some few to understand what are the planets involved in this. So we come to the main, what is the most important affliction? Lagna is malefics. So naturally, the first thing in other horoscope, other diseases, what to say, it's not necessary Lagna must be afflicted. But means people who get after 40 lifestyle diseases, it is not the Lagna, it is a general weakness, a Baba weakness, a Graha weakness, and a Dasa a coinciding is going to give the health problem. But somebody picks up health at birth, it starts with a afflicted Lagna, and most probably the first 12 years will have the moon afflicted also. Balarishta means it is the moon. Typically moon in 6, 8, 12 houses with the Lagna afflicted. It's one of the serious cases of classical case of and Mars. Mars is the Deha Karaka. What is it? You have Lagna afflicted, moon afflicted, Mars afflicted. You can be classic case, some serious issues going to be there. Mars is the Deha. Even if Lagna is somewhere weak and if Mars is strong, there's immunity. Moon, what I say, moon is not really for the child, it is also for the mother. It is bad for the mother, and from the mother you will not get proper nourishment and nutrition. So it is very, very important. Moon is, in Naisiric, the moon rules the first initial years. Moon is ruled by the moon. So it's very important. The first year at least is very, very important, and weak and afflicted moon is very, very important. Then Lagna Lord is the Natikaraka. That is, I've seen serious cases of health issues when Lagna Lord itself is Natikaraka, Darakaraka, and it is not strongly placed and it is not beneficially involved. This is another thing. You can have Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Ketu. So you have 2 or more malefics in Lagna. Lagna Lord in 6, 8, 12. Lagna Lord in Gandanda. Lagna Lord is combust, or sometimes the Lagna is in end of a Rasi. End of a Rasi, starting of a Rasi, especially in the Gandanda signs. This can be a complication. And malefic in Lagna means it must be exactly on the Lagna nakshatra or the Lagna pada. Then it affects the most. And another thing I've seen, Lagna is in a particular nakshatra and Rahu Kedu is in the same nakshatra pada, or let's say it is in the same degree. Not Rahu in Lagna. Rahu can be anywhere. Rahu Ketu can be anywhere. But if it coincides with the same degree of the Lagna, it can give serious health issues. One more thing. Next, we'll come to Navamsa Lagna. One is Navamsa Lagna is 6, 8, 12 from the D1 Lagna. The D1 Lagna is, let's say it is Scorpio, and the Navamsa Lagna will be Virgo, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is one. There is another one important we'll have to understand. What is it? The Navamsa Lagna, the Lagna law. The D1 chart and the Navamsa Lagna Lord in D1 must be checked. It is not. Both of this must also be checked in Navamsa. The D1 Lagna Lord and Navamsa Lagna Lord in Navamsa second it must be checked. So the 3 ways it can be a Navamsa Lagna which is 6, 8, 12. First is I seen Ashtamamsa. Ashtamamsa added with the malefic with the Lagna in D1 week, 100% it will go for some serious congenital problems. So then the Lagna Nakshatra, Moon's Nakshatra, in certain nakshatras like Aridra, Aslesha, Jeshta, Mula, Purabhadra are generally not very, very good. This I will explain separately. The Moon and bad Tithi Yoga Karna, the next page I will explain. So apart from Lagna, these same afflictions must not be there for Moon, because Moon is what nourishes us. The nourishment and the nurturing we get from Moon, and especially from the mother. So if the affliction starts from because of the mother's exposure to the different factors, or her mental stress, or the way her lifestyle was bad, so naturally the baby is going to be born with a bad Moon. 6, 8, 12 Moon, 4th house Moon with 2 malefics. Moon means it is not just Moon in 6, 8, 12 afflicted. Moon affliction always together with its Panchanga relation. Moon in what Tithi, what Yoga, what Karna will matter. Moon in Amavasya, Moon in Ashtami, Moon in Chaturdasi, Vaidriti Yoga, Vyatipata Yoga, Vishti Karna. All this will matter. So Moon is 50%, its position and Sthanabala and the Panchanga aspect. Together only we'll have to understand the Moon. Sometimes the Moon will look very nice, very well placed in the 4th house Moon. 4th house Moon, okay, and even in a benefic sign, let's say, but then it will be a Vishti Karna, it will be a Vyadipada, it will be there, the Karna will be bad. So all the 4 will be bad. And the Moon will look like nicely placed in the 4th house. But when it is in all these bad Panchanga elements, it is bad. And imagine Moon and sitting in Scorpio or sitting in Saturn's house with one of the Ashtami, Navami, Shaguni yoga, or in a bad yoga Karna, it is more worse. Moon, an afflicted Moon in a baby's chart, this definitely it means it is going to get, because of the mother, the child is going to get afflicted. And another very important thing, the Lagna Lord or the Moon or the Dasa Lord at birth is in Avayogi Rasi or Avayogi Nakshatra. So it is very important to see the Avayogi. The Lagna Lord or the Moon or the running Dasa at birth, Antardasa at birth must not be in Avayogi. So with this, I've said Lagna is in the 6th, 8th, 12 from the natal Lagna Navamsa. D1 Lagna Lord in 6th, 8th, 12 or Neecha Navamsa. Same time, the D1 Lagna must not go in 6, 8, 12 or Neecha in the Navamsa. The D9 Lagna must not have malefics, and the D9 Lagna must not be in 6, 8, 12. So it is very, very important. D Lagna has like 6th Lord, 8th Lord, D1 6th Lord. It's not the Navamsa Lagna. D1 6th, 8th Lord or malefic sitting in the Navamsa Lagna. So for a congenital place, the Lagna and the Navamsa are both important. Next comes Moon. So these 3 factors must not be afflicted. Naturally, apart from this, there will definitely be a bad dasa. It is going to be the dasa of Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Mars, or an afflicted weak nature, Gandanda, combust planet at birth. Definitely it will be there. There is a case of also the baby being born 8th from the mother's Lagna. Moon is 6-8 from the moon of the mother. So both are what I say, and or what I say, from the Tarabala, it's third from the mother's Janma Nakshatra. So all these can happen, can cause why it is a problematic to mother. Or mother has Saturn, Rahu, or some two malefics sitting in her house, and the baby is born with the moon there or the Lagna there. So what I say is, it is very, very important to see the synastry of the mother and the child. This can also have. So what is very, very important, mostly 90%, you will always see what I say, the mother and baby child coincides. It's mostly trying to it. The baby's lagna, moon, and nakshatra will have a connection to the father and mother, particularly mother. It will make a connection. In strange cases, you will see the moon being the third or fifth from the mother's nakshatra, where the mother has severe malefic sitting, or mother's eighth house. Mother has two Mas Rahu in a particular house, especially in 6, 8, 12, and the child's moon is particularly or the lagna sitting over there. So you sometimes you may not find the affliction very seriously in the baby's horoscope. When you see the synastry, you will see why this child is running at the side is bad, because it is over mother's two malefics. So before the child picks up till 12 years its own strength, the mother's chart will play a strong role in the child. That's why there is a saying, don't cast the horoscope till 12 years. First 6 years, it is the mother's karma. The next 6 years is the father's karma. Only when this is all over, the child's chart independently will start saying. So many people say, don't touch that. You can't say anything from the child's chart, because what I say, it is dependent on it. It is not exactly that way. Yes, the father and mother's chart will influence the child chart also. Will say. So what I say, sometimes the mother's chart will overrule the child's chart. Especially, I've seen children with 1 day birth. I have many children 1 day birth. I can't find the reason why the child has the longevity, 1 day birth longevity. I cannot find. If it is 7, 8 years, immediately I will say Lagna afflicted. But children born bred, if you take the time, I cannot find out what is why the child is dead. The Lagna will be strong, moon will be strong, many factors will be strong. I cannot find at all. Yes, there will be a general weakness like the Ganda and Lagna will be in Ganda and so that will be there. But you cannot understand the whole horoscope. Why? Because it is the affliction of the mother. Mother has Jupiter in 6, 8, 12, Necha, 5th house, seriously afflicted. Sade Sate with the bad Dasa and Antar Dasa, afflicted 5th Putra Bhava with the bad Dasa and transit. What is it? The baby, definitely it's not just congenital, it will not survive. It will definitely not survive. You will see the affliction in D1, in D9, and in D7. You will see the affliction. Very clearly in the mother's chart, you can see the affliction happening. So in the you look at the if anybody opens up a child which is just born, I've seen there is an affliction. Lagna is nice, everything. Maybe if I look closely, there will be an affliction. It will not be there, but it will be so minute you cannot find out what is the affliction. It is more of the mother's chart which is overruled, and the father's chart which is overruled. Why the affliction? But the baby survives, okay, and it picks up illness, and it continues to live. Then you will see that will be very clear in the chart. It's not that only the mother's chart affects you. Mother's chart will have one revelation, then you will have another revelation very clearly in that thing. So the affliction of the fourth house, moon, another very, very important. The fourth house is the comfort state, mother, the comfort state, how happy the child is, all matters a lot, especially in the first few years. Moon's position and fourth house matters a lot. Maybe you grow, you become immune, it doesn't matter. You have Saturn Ketu in the fourth house, maybe you're a sannyasi later. But the starting years of life, this can be very, very difficult. So another very important, Deha Karaka, mass, weak in the horoscope, and Jiva Karaka, Jupiter. So both are very, very important. Jupiter is what I say, can protect from many, many issues, many afflictions, like Gandanda aspect. Just one strong Jupiter is enough. Moon weakly placed in 29 degrees, 0 degree, or many of these bad yoga, karana, all these things, one strong Jupiter is enough to save it. But so you have when Jupiter is weak, rest of the doshas will become very big. Even a small Vishti Karana will have a meaning. Especially Vishti Karana in Mrityu Loka. Mrityu Loka means when Vishti Karana happens, moon is in Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, and Pisces. Moon is in Mrityu Loka. In those times, Vishti Karana can be very seriously afflicted when Saturn is also weak in the horoscope. Then we'll come to genetical disorders. When you see genetical disorders, definitely Rahu Ketu will play a vital role. Kala Sarva, Rahu Ketu in the 8th, Rahu Ketu in Lagna, sometimes Rahu Ketu in 4th. When you have Sun, Moon, Rahu Ketu conjunction, or Sun, Moon in trying to Rahu Ketu, or the Lagna or the 5th and 9th Lord, Rahu Ketu with the 5th and 9th Lord on the 5th and 9th houses, or 5th and 9th lords, what is apart from the other affliction, what is say this is not because of the mother, it comes from the genetical code. In the first class, I will give you rules for what is here. I'm not talking about genital disorders. I'm just giving you Rahu Ketu is one. Many other combinations are there for different what are genes, and many other. We will see the allopathic aspect of genetical disorders, and then we will go into the Ayurvedic, and then we will see what are the other different types of disorders because of genetical. Here I'm just giving you an hint because the affliction in the child's horoscope can also happen because if it is genes, it is Rahu Ketu 100%. Trinal houses are very seriously afflicted will be there. Sir, we'll say Pitru Dosha. Pitru Dosha is nothing but a congenital genetical disorder. In one way, mostly it is depending on effect. Sometimes it may not affect you health wise, then it can affect you your marriage or wealth or some other aspect it can affect. But most 75% of the Pitru dosha affects the child at birth itself, depending on the severity of the affliction. So then we have the Panchanga elements. So most important, first thing in the Panchanga, day lord is in 6, 8, 12, Nicha combust. Generally, the day lord becoming moon or Venus, it is definitely not very, very good. And day lord and watery signs is also generally not very good. It's not that it'll give you a congenital problem, it gives you a weak immunity. So if it is also in 6, 8, 12, it is Nietzsche. Immediately see day lord. Where is the day lord? For health, it is very important. In a congenital issue, especially if it is, I've seen in moon or Mars. Mars becomes the day lord, which is very, very good. Sun or Mars becoming and Jupiter becoming the day lord is very good. And if they are in fire signs, it is excellent. But you will see them being Nietzsche in 6, 8, 12 houses and afflicted, then it becomes bad. So it is very, very you have to see. Then Vishtikara, Shaguni, Nagakarana, a few more Karanas which can be bad. Yoga, Sula, Ganda, Adiganta, Vyadipa, the Vaidridi coincides. What is a moon can be act very, very badly. Tidi Ashtami, Chadurdasi, Amavasya, what is it with the day lords, or in each Tidi has a particular tattva. But it's not that Tidi is only watery. Each Tidi has an element. So if they are in an opposite Tidi, then it can create an issue. So this is another aspect of Panchanga related to mostly you can see this Panchanga related health problems at birth. Congenital you can see. Others, for other diseases, it is a general weakness. Sula Adiganda will not. I've sometimes missing part of the body. The heart as a whole. You can see this mostly. You will see the baby 90 many reasons when you see Sula Ganda Adiganda, some health issues will come when the moon is afflicted. So it's not that every time Sula Ganda Adiganda Vyadi Vaidridi it is afflicted. The moon, if it is moon is beneficially disposed, this will not be a problem. But when you are born with these aspects and the moon is also malefically poised, this can cause a serious affliction. So this is the Panchanga aspect becomes very important. Then we come to the Dasa. See, everything, the basic affliction is there. So it is definitely what is it, the Dasa is going to be weak. Dasa is going to be one of the natural malefic Dasa, or a planet sitting in 6, 8, 12, or the combusted planet, or planet in Gandanda, Mrityu Bhaga. Somewhere the afflicted planet, Dasa and Antardasa at birth. Congenital me 100% the Dasa and Antardasa is fine. And the baby is running through one of the dayas of Sun. It is Sadisate, Ashtamasani, or Janmasani. It is very seriously, it is afflicting. With the basic affliction in the horoscope, Lagna weak, Moon weak, Mars weak, Panchanga elements bad, the bad Dasa with a bad transit. All this you will come to a very bad, one of the congenital problem. So we will move to see. I think anybody has any doubts, you can ask me. Anybody wants to say something, you can tell. Anything anybody wants to say?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, this juvenile diabetics will come in this category or not?
Yeah, juvenile. I have first chart itself juvenile diabetes only. Any juvenile aspect. In fact, first three charts I have juvenile diabetes, juvenile arthritis, juvenile eczema. First, I've got it. It'll definitely come into this. See, when it comes to diabetes, there are two things. One is the Lagna afflicted, this affliction. Then there is a rule for diabetes. Okay, the planets involved with diabetes will seriously involve. See, diabetes coming at 40 and 50 is only the planets involved or the Bhava involved for diabetes, not the Lagna. Lagna is strong. So there is a basic combination with diabetes. But but it will not happen. You need to have 40, 50 or typically mostly Jupiter, Shukra Dasa, your people will pick up diabetes. Watery signs are afflicted. Jupiter and Venus are the main planets for diabetes. But this will all be there. But the Lagna will be strong. The Lagna is unafflicted, or you had good Dasa initially. There is no diabetes till 40. But you pick up a very a juvenile diabetes, or you pick it up very, very 20s, you pick up. What is it? Mostly with type 1 diabetes. Why type 1 diabetes? It's a serious affliction. Type 2 diabetes is different. It's a lifestyle disease. When you pick up type 1 diabetes, there is Lagna also afflicted.
Yeah, I will. When you show the charts, I'll ask the doubt that it's a disorder. Yeah. No, it's not a disease. Rather, it's a disorder.
Type 2 disease is a disorder.
Yeah.
Type 1 diabetes is a disease.
Disorder, yeah.
It is a serious issue because your body cannot produce insulin by itself. This is in type 2. It is lack of insulin is because of lifestyle. We have disturbed the islet of Langhans. Pancreas is gone weak. Jupiter is for liver. Liver is sluggish. Because of most of the diabetes case, it is because of a bad excretory function. And it's very much related to your gut bacteria. If the gut bacteria, there are some Ayurvedic exercises. If you do it, cleanse your colon properly, diabetes in type 2 diabetes is easily cured. But type 1 diabetes is not like that. It has nothing to do with any of your lifestyle. Why you are not producing insulin? It is a karma which is shown in your planetary function.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything? Yeah, we'll move to, okay, so this is juvenile arthritis. Look at the horoscope. So if you look at the first affliction in the horoscope, it is a arthritis. So naturally, the Lord is Mercury. It is lorded by Mercury. You have Mars and Saturn. You have 6th Lord Mars, 8th Lord Saturn sitting in Lagna. Lagna is seriously afflicted. And Lagna, Mars is sitting in the same degree. So 8th Lord Mars in the same degree in a Mercurial sign. How is the Lagna Lord? Lagna Lord is gone to the 12th house with the 12th Lord Sun. See, where is Moon? Moon is in Nicha. Rahu in the 4th house. So you can see all the factors very seriously afflicted. If you want to look at the Lagna Lord and Navam cells, also Mercury. In D1 also is Mercury. Both these Mercuries are in the 12th house in D1. So Moon weak, Lagna Lord weak, Lagna afflicted. You have the 4th house also under serious affliction. If you can look at the Panchang aspect, Day Lord is Wednesday, so which goes to the 12th house. And if you can see, the nakshatra is neither very good, Jyeshta, and the yoga is Vaidriti. And even if you want to analyze the Tidhi, it is Shukla Navami. So naturally, Moon is weak. So the Tidhi Lord Sun is in the 12th house. So the Panchanga factors are seriously afflicted also. So you can see 4 planets in Mercury's house. It is some Vata related issues because Mercury is the ruling planet. It is naturally it is going to be a Vata related issue only. I will take, there are more. Why arthritis? There are many rules. I'm just giving a hint. But here, why a congenital health issue is when the Lagna Moon is seriously afflicted, it is from birth, it is going to be a problem. The baby is born, nakshatra is Jyeshta. So it is Mercury Dasa at birth. And say, look, where is Mercury in the horoscope? Mercury's sign is afflicted. Mercury is also afflicted. Okay? So the reason why a child at birth picks up serious health complications. Okay, this is a juvenile
So,
diabetes.
1 minute, sir. Arthritis, we put the Karaka planet is Saturn
No,
or
I
arthritis?
see. I'm not going into the disease part that I'll keep for the class. Here is only
Okay,
because there are a lot of Saturn is the Karaka, Rahu is the Karaka, Mercury will play a role. Saturn is the most important. Here I'm not going
okay, sir.
into for each disease. I can't say the Karaka. I will just only tell you what is a health issue at birth. What is the cause? Only the
Okay, sir.
thing.
Okay.
See, this is a juvenile diabetes. So look at this. So juvenile, you can see diabetes, water signs are seriously afflicted. Most of the people who have 4, 8, 12 as it is never good. So the affliction will happen in watery sign. So look at this particular horoscope. You have the 8th Lord moon in Lagna. Lagna Lord goes to the 10th house with Ketu and it is a retro. And again, you can see a host of affliction in a watery sign in the 4th house. So the 4th house is afflicted. So naturally, it is inherited from the mother. Something from the mother, it is coming. The 4th house is afflicted. Moon 8 as 8th Lord is sitting in Lagna and the 4th house is afflicted. So what is the meaning? So something related to it is typically a DNA issue. It is a genetical problem. It is what I say. Most probably the mother should be having, or the weakness of the mother, or some wrong mutation because mother's karma. It is affecting the child. And the Lagna Lord and the 4th Lord are the same planet. Whenever the Lagna Lord and the 4th Lord, which can happen for Mithuna and Sagittarius, and when the Lagna Lord gets afflicted, definitely immediate problem, any problem will come from the mother. And you can see Jupiter is with Ketu. If you can look at Navamsa, Jupiter is in the 8th house. Okay? Jupiter is in the 8th house. So if you want to see the day lord, or how's the day lord? Okay, the day lord is Saturday, and Saturn, though in Digpala, is in the 7th house. It is in a Margasthana. It is in a Margasthana aspected by Moon, which is definitely not very good as far as health concern is concerned. And Saturn in Navamsa is in the 6th house. 6th house from the Rasi Tulya Navamsa. Okay. Diabetes, there are many rules. Watery signs, Jupiter, Venus, rules are there. I'm not going why diabetes. I'm not going. Okay. I'm just giving the basic rule for diabetes. The Lagna is seriously afflicted. 4th house is related. It is afflicted. It is descended from the mother. That is the most important aspect. When you have a serious affliction to Lagna, each case will be different. Sometimes you will see the Navamsa Lagna being afflicted. I'll show you charts. When it's Ashtamamsa, or the Lagna Lord in Navamsa, or the D1 Lagna Lord in Navamsa. So it's a slight different variations to show if the child has serious Lagna and Moon affliction at birth is one of the main reason, with definitely bad Dasa at birth.
We have to see D6 and D8 also, sir?
Not necessary.
Okay.
See, for congenital, you don't need to see D6, what is in fact, D1 itself is enough. Navamsa is for confirmation is more than enough. For a disease part, you don't need to go into too many details. You can go into see the severity of the problem. If the problem is very, very severe, then you will see it going to many workers. But for the basic affliction, why a person is afflicted, D1, Navamsa, you can use it for the strength. So it is more than enough. In case if it is a very severe chronic case, you want to understand it, you can go into workers. But for diagnosis of the disease, D1 is enough. Even Navamsa is only for the weakness and strength. You can diagnose every disease in D1. D1 is the Deha. It is the body, the outer shell, the peripheral. What is the other vargas are subtle aspects. So there is no, you don't diagnose from the subtlety of the inner part of the body. You don't diagnose. It is the Bohr Loga is the Rasi chart. You can analyze everything from the Rasi chart. Disease. There are some aspects, many other aspects of the horoscope. Maybe the Navamsa is better, the Samsa is better, or the Vargas is better. As far as the physicality of the person, it is very, very clear. The D1 will clearly, as far as health is in, you don't need to worry. It will clearly show in the Rasi chart. Okay, it is Nisha and Navamsa. And then you can see, or you can sometimes D3 you can take, D12 you can take, D60 you can take. To see some complicated, how serious will this person survive? For those kind of analysis, maybe Varga chart is necessary. But simple, is this person getting affected? You don't need to see any Vargas, even Navamsas not. In D1 itself, you can diagnose and find out this person is susceptible to, vulnerable to, you can easily see it. So you
Thank
don't
you,
need to
sir.
complicate with other Varga charts.
Thanks.
Okay, this is a juvenile eczema. That's not an ordinary simple. This is very serious, complicated eczema. That's why I put this particular chart. Look at this. It's a very, very interesting chart. Completely different from the other charts. Look at the chart. Okay, Lagna Lord is Saturn goes to a watery sign with Ketu. So in the see where is Saturn placed in Navamsa, it is okay. So it is not Saturn is Saturn with Ketu aspected by 8th Lord Sun. That's the major affliction. This is a it is just not only the Lagna afflicted, there is a kind of a lot of affliction with heart. Mars, the Deha Karaka, is Nicha. So Mars is afflicted. And you can see Mars is an Ashtamamsa from itself in Navamsa, 8th from itself. Venus and Moon, when for skin disease, it is. Mercury should be afflicted, Venus is an affliction, and Rahu Ketu will play a dominant role. You have Mercury with 8th Lord Sun and Rahu. This is one of the main reasons, aspected by Sun. So you have almost in Mercury's high itself. So Mercury sign gets afflicted with Rahu, Sun. So clearly an affliction of Mercury. The beauty of the skin is related to Venus. So what I say, when the beauty is going to be disturbed, that's definitely an affliction to Venus. So Venus in a fire sign, Moon in a fire sign, both watery planets. So what is it meaning? Watery planets and fire sign. What I say, most of the skin particular treatment, what do they do? You have to keep your skin hydrated. Aloe vera. Why aloe vera application? Most of the women know. What I say, skin health is nothing but hydration of skin. So either it is hydrated with these kind of things, or you will have to oil the skin to keep it. So it depends on the skin type. So when you have the hydrated planets, Venus and Moon, go 8th house in a fire sign, you'll know the basic, and most of it is secretion, hormonal related issues. So when you have Venus and Moon, see, when she picks up age, it will be a different problem. It will be an estrogen progesterone problem. And she picks up age. But before itself, Mars afflicted, Venus, Moon afflicted, Mercury afflicted with the Lagna in the 3rd house in a watery sign in Ketu. And Jupiter. See, there is absolutely no Kendra Kona of any planet to protect her. So you can see the Navamsa again going in 7th house is a Maraka sign with Sun sitting on there. And the planets in Navamsa is also lucky. It's just at the problem when I got the horoscope, it is serious kind of eczema. Whole body looks ugly and dirty. It is being afflicted. So this is immediately at birth, and you can see the birth. The child was born with in Maha Nakshatra. So it is Kedu Dasa at birth. Kedu with retro Saturn aspect by Sun. And the whole combination is 8th from the Moon. Lagna Lord is not in the 3rd house. Lagna Lord in the 3rd house, 8th from the Moon, with the disposer Jupiter in the 12th house. Or Saturn is in trine to Mars. Okay. So the various affliction, I'm just giving you the most affliction. I can just go into and tell you many affliction in the horoscope. Okay, next. Okay, this is a blue baby. Blue baby is what I say, very serious congenital heart issues. I forgot what is the other issue, valvular issue or something issues, and I think it didn't survive. It was few years it lived, and it has to pass away. Look at this chart. Immediately look at the chart. Lagna Lord, where is Lagna Lord? Mercury. Mercury is in the 9th in retro. And see with whom, how many malefics it is conjoined with. It's conjoined with Saturn, Sun, and Rahu. Saturn is the 6th Lord, Sun is the 12th Lord, and it's with Rahu. If I could take Rahu's Lordship, Rahu is the 6th Lord. 6th Lord Rahu, 12th Lord Sun, 6th Lord Saturn, and Mercury is sitting in a combination of these 3 malefics. This is a serious affliction. Where is the Navamsa Lagna? Navamsa Lagna looks like Kanya, but Navamsa Lagna goes to the 6th house. 6th house with Ketu, with Saturn. So it goes seriously. And where is Navamsa Lagna Lord Saturn in Navamsa? It is in the 12th house from the Rasi Tulya Navamsa. D1 Lagna Lord Mercury is debilitated in Navamsa. So not only Lagna Lord is with 3 malefics, retro with 3 malefics, in Navamsa it is Nicha. Neither the Navamsa Lagna falls in a proper house. Navamsa Lagna falls in the 6th with involving 3 malefics there. So even in Navamsa, it is very, very bad. So you can see the only thing, it is Moon Dasa. So it did not die immediately. It took some 2-3 years and then it passed away. Okay. Any doubts on this chart? It's a very interesting chart because the other child, there was no longevity issue. They survived. It was just a problem. This is the only case where I'm showing you where the baby couldn't survive. It just was there, born with a very serious congenital heart issue. So because the main afflicting planet is Sun. Sun becomes the 12th.
Sir, Sudarshan here.
Yes.
Sir, Nicha Bhanga, in the Navamsha, Lagna Lord is having Nicha Bhanga. So that is not giving any support from
Nicha Bhanga is maybe the comforts. That's all it will give you.
From health point of view, it is not
No, it
giving.
will not. See, that's the difference. See, what is Nicha Bhanga? Tell me. It does not mean a weakness has become strong. Never consider weakness has become strong.
After some suffering, it will give some.
It will not give a respite.
Happiness is what I thought.
No, that's not the meaning of Nicha Bhanga. A defect. You have a defect, but that what I said, that defect is not going to impede you. I will tell you, one is deaf and dumb. So because of the deaf and dumb, I get a job. A Nicha Bhanga, I does not mean I start hearing. My in disability becomes my gain. I have a disability. That is Nicha Bhanga.
That disability will not go away.
There are certain Nicha Bhangas, like what I say, in case in a Kendra, with an exalted planet, with an own sign, then that is a different kind of Nicha Bhanga. You'll have to find out what kind of general Nicha Bhanga I have seen is not that planet becomes strong. That planets, what I say, because of the disability, it is not going to impede the person to into activity. So that is the meaning of a Nicha Bhanga. And anyway, it is not just the Nicha Bhanga, which is very, very important. It is more of affliction. So the Nicha Bhanga itself will not help because Mercury, it's retro, which is by itself a weakness with 3 malefics. That is the affliction. Added with that only, it is an affliction. And even if it is a Nicha Bhanga, you look at where the Lagna falls in Navamsa. It is in the 6th house, it is falling. And it is not just 6th house. With you have Rahu, Ketu, Saturn together with it.
And so even Lagna Lord is also in the...
so you can understand, it is a serious karmic issue. Rahu, Ketu is involved in D1 related to Lagna. Rahu, Ketu is involved in Lagna in Navamsa. Whenever you see a case like with affliction, it is not just the child, it is the family, a problem descending from the family. You call it a serious putra dosha, Pitru dosha. It is. So you see Rahu Ketu with Lagna, Lord in D1 with the Sun also, and the Sun, Saturn, Rahu, Mercury. And you will see it in Navamsa again. Same with the Lagna Lord and the Lagna. So it is a very serious something for the mother. Some purposely to karmic things. The baby is born, give them torture, and the baby must die. That karma, what I say, the parents must face. This is what the child is being born for.
Thank you, sir.
The moon does not, natal moon does not have any planets in the Kendra. Is it an important factor?
Yes. That moon is sitting in a malefic sign. And what I say, it has not just Kendra. See, it is very, very important. Moon is isolated in the Rahu Ketu axis. Okay. Moon is isolated. The only planet which is from the axis, which is very, very bad, is something related to mother. Whenever a single planet separate sitting in there, what is it? That it can be 2 things. That's the only planet you are going to enjoy, or that's the thing you will never get. So either way, it can happen.
The starting dasa is moon dasa, I guess.
Yeah, moon dasa. So typically Saturn. See, okay, where is they keep moon. Okay, where is Saturn in the D1? It is okay in the 5th house with affliction. Where is Saturn in Navamsa? It is in Leo. So the moon lord Saturn is 8th from the moon in the 8th house with Rahu. Okay?
Yeah.
The moon dasa. So you can see the moon lord house it is in Navamsa.
So 8th house. Understood, sir. Yes.
The 8th, sir, can you just repeat that last part of it, sir?
Yeah, see, no.
Lord Saturn is 8th from?
From moon in Navamsa. Okay.
From Capricorn, it is gone 8th. is what you're meant to say.
Yes, 8 from the moon. Moon lord is Saturn, no? So it is because the Dasa was moon. So where is moon placed?
Rashitulya Navamsa, you mean,
Yeah.
sir?
Yes, yeah, Rashitulya Navamsa.
For Chandra Lagna. We can say it's Chandra Lagna.
Yes, from the Chandra Lagna. Yes. So it is the Chandra Lagna in Navamsa is afflicted, and the Lagna Lord, both are afflicted. And the Dasa Lord is also afflicted. If you see moon in Navamsa, it is an Amavasya Yoga with moon and sun. And the 8th Lord in Navamsa, it is a nature. So for a short life, not an example for a just dying within 2-3 years, and give you an horoscope. The only thing when a child is just born, it will not be this easy. I found it very difficult to decode the rules for a baby who's just born. It'll have a very nice chart. We will never find out why the chart, died at one day. Okay, this is an easy chart. It is a physically and mentally challenged person. Okay, so you can, many rules you can apply to this. Lagna Lord in the 8th house with the 6th Lord. Jupiter is also in the 6th house. It is a Kala Sarpa horoscope. Okay, that is one. You can take that. The day Lord Tuesday. Where is the day Lord Tuesday? Sitting in the 12th house with Ketu. That is gone. It is an Adhiganda Yoga chart. So you can apply many rules. It's a very simple chart. And there's one very interesting thing in Navamsa, if you want to see. Where is the D1 Lagna Lord in Navamsa? D1 Lagna Lord in Navamsa. It is in the 8th house in Navamsa. So sometimes it's very important this point to see. Where is the moon in Navamsa? Moon is in the 12th from itself. Okay, these are very important Navamsa rules. Moon is in the 12th from itself in Leo in an Amavasya Yoga with the 8th Lord. Moon with the 8th Lord and the 7th Marga sign, it is sitting in a Badaka sign. And in 12th from itself. D1 Lagna Lord, Saturn, is in the 8th. He's still living. So he's not, so the other aspects why Jupiter is there in the 8th. Jupiter and Saturn is giving him life. So why is he mentally retarded? I have a first 20 horoscopes. I will explain to you. First, psychiatric related issues is my first class. Psychiatry, all autism too. Though I have given you a chart, but I'm not. See, there are rules for psychiatry, autism, mentally retarded. Then there is many other psychological issues, phobias, manias, schizophrenia, many combinations for that. Here I'm just giving you when the Lagna moon is under serious affliction. What is it? There is a strong the child cannot blossom forth properly. The D1 Lagna and the Navamsa both will be under serious affliction. When the child at birth is having some serious complications. This is seriously from the mother's the problem, because the mother had 4 children, and 4 of this was the 5th child. 4 of them was had this mentally problem. All of them died. He was the only surviving child. So you definitely, this will reflect in the horoscope. Why is he born? People say, no, Kala Sarpa. Kala Sarpa is a false, started by astrologers. I will show you hundreds of horoscopes like this, where Kala Sarpa yoga is very active. There are rules when it is active. When the same Kala Sarpa will not be active, it is there. So it is not that every Kala Sarpa will be active. In Kala Sarpa with a malefic sitting down, it definitely get active. There are a lot of rules and secrets and how to apply Kala Sarpa. Okay, this is an autism case. So it is not as serious as the previous, which is physically and mentally disability. This isn't just autism. Autism, you all know, they can talk. The only thing is autism is there's no eye contact, there is no social connection. They can talk, but mostly there are very few words in autism. They don't actually communicate very easily, but they can say words. They can eat, they can say, they are very sensitive to bright sound, lights. They can be very brilliant, extremely very brilliant. I know an astrologer who, I forgot his name, who has his own website and he designed his own software, but he's autistic. I forgot his name. He's in USA. Immediately, I'm not able to check. I remember who's an astrologer, but he's autistic. And I know some autistic. I know a friend, my friend's brother who's autistic. He picked up 5 languages just looking at TV. Saying 5 languages, he can speak very well just by looking at TV. So this is the case. The autistic people is the left and right brain are not in synergy. So mostly, I think they are visually in imagination. They're very good. The logical aspect of the brain will not function properly. So there is no question. There is no in autism. There is no medical reason why a person is autistic. There is no neuron function, nerve function, brain malfunction. Nothing is there. Yes, Kishore.
Sir, this Navam's Lagna is the 8 from D1.
Yes, that's the primary cause. That is a very primary cause. When it's called Ashtamamsa. When you see the reflection, there is first already you can see Lagna, there is Rahu. Sun is aspecting. So you have Mercury, 12th Lord, all three affliction. Mercury under serious. See, mentally retarded, there's a slightly different. Autistic, it is typically Mercury I have seen. And autism children, it is Mercury, a weak Lagna with Mercury in autistic cases you would see. So mentally retarded children, it is a different case. Then there is people who are temporarily mad, who have psychological problems. That is a different thing. You are normal, you are fantastic, but then if you do not take lithium, I know some cases, they are top CEOs of the company. But if you do not take certain tablets are there. If they do not take the tablet, they can go off. I know a gold medalist, she's a doctor. She doesn't take a tablet, what I say, she will go mad. She just take off her dress and she start running off. So the doctor, what I say, the parents will be so careful. Otherwise, she's a top gold medalist doctor, who's an MD also. But she has to be some many take lithium. I don't know. Many are come now with nitrates. No, very strong nitrates are given for these people.
Sir, my question is about Ashtamams. When
Yes.
Ashtamams is a Lagna of Navams.
Yes, it's very serious condition, especially if it is there with a malefic also. Not only Ashtamamsa, 6, 8, 12, all three are bad. Ashtamamsa is the worst. And especially if the Ashtamamsa is of a malefic. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you one very, very important role in this. There's a very important Navamsa role to do. See, the Lagna is Rahu. Okay, Lagna is aspected by, but what I say, the Lagna is placed well only, no? Lagna, maybe Lagna moon is there with Saturn and Mars as a reflection. But one important role, what is the Navamsa Lagna Lord? Who's the Navamsa Lagna Lord?
Rahu.
No, Navamsa Lagna Lord.
Saturn.
Okay.
Saturn.
Yeah. Don't check where is Saturn in Navamsa. Okay. Right. Where is in D1? Where is Saturn's strength? This is how you'll have to know. There's a Navamsa role. You can see. So what I say, the Navamsa Lord. This is the way you will have to see Navamsa. This is a Navamsa principle. I'm only telling you the Lagna Lord role. That Navamsa Lagna Lord in D1 only you will have to check. Then only you can check where it is in Rasi. That is a secondary aspect. Immediately don't go and check where is Saturn in all charts. Always check the D1 Lagna Lord. D9 Lagna Lord in the D1 chart. Then you can go into the Navamsa. It is only secondary. It is in the subtle sphere. In the physical sphere, immediately where the D Lagna falls, where is the exact quarter, the Navamsa it falls, these two must be unafflicted. The thing is, both are the same planet conjoined together, and Saturn is Neecha with Mars aspect. Okay, and it's an Ashtamamsa horoscope. In Navamsa, if you can see, 8th Lord Mercury is sitting in Lagna. So it is not complete affliction. Naturally, for autism, Mercury will be under serious affliction. Mercury will be in most of the autistic cases. I'll tell you for all other psychological issues, what should be the other planets involved. I'm just giving you hints. At birth, and these are all cases, at birth, it's going to be an affliction. We will see many autistic cases. I will show you one different from each other.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, this is, I'm giving a spastic child. It's very similar. Spastic is mentally retarded. Sometimes they call it spastic, sometimes mentally retarded. Look at chart. See this particular chart. This is a very interesting aspect. Okay, the moment immediately what strikes is, what I say, the day Lord Tuesday. The day Lord Tuesday is, Mars is in the 12th hour. See it from Chandra Lagna point of view. The chart from Chandra Lagna point of view, if you see, okay, it looks like 3 benefics aspecting ascendant, but you can immediately see the 2nd and 8th when you have Saturn, Ketu, Rahu, Saturn. This is a very serious karmic issue with Mars afflicted. Jupiter cannot support. Jupiter has gone to the 6th house. The only thing looks like the Lagna is going to be with 3 benefics if it is there. Where is the D1 Lagna in Navamsa? Where is the D1 Lagna Lord in Navamsa? See that beautiful combination. D1 Lagna Lord. D1 Lagna Lord is Moon. Where it is in Navamsa?
Eighth.
Okay. Who's the Navamsa Lagna Lord?
The sun. And sun
Where
is in
Where is
the
Sun in the Rasi chart?
D1. D1. It is in the 8th with Rahu.
You can see the D1 Lagna Lord 8th in the Navamsa, and the D9 Lagna Lord is in the 8th in the Rasi. So in both the ways, you will see the affliction. And generally, the 2-8 axis, seriously, the immediate starting of life, Lagna can be the start. That the second house is very, very important. When you have too many malefics in the second house, Lagna is under serious Pavakatri. Mars and Saturn, Ketu, and especially when a Pavakatri involves a retrograde planet, especially retrograde planet in the second house, it is not retro. Ketu also is retro, Saturn is also retro. 2 retrograde planets approaching Lagna and Mars are right. So it is like one of the serious kind of example for Pavakatri, you can say. Added with a serious affliction to the 8th house. I think this chart is more than Matru Dosha, it is a Pitru Dosha. Very severe case of Pitru. 6th, 9th Lord afflicted, Rahu Ketu involved. These are all case of Pitru Dosha, which is affected from the father. Sometimes it's from the mother. But the moon and the 4th house, it is a Matru Dosha. When it is 9th house, sun with Rahu Ketu involved, it is a Pitru Dosha. Okay, this is a person with only one hand. He has one hand, the other hand is too small, he cannot use it. It is like that. So otherwise, he is normal. It's just that he was born with one hand. So what complications led him for one particular part of the hand? It's very easy. The other aspects of the horoscopes are nice. Lagna Lord, Mars, is in the 8th house. It's a Kalasarba horoscope. It's a Lagna Lord in the 12th house, very, very close with the 6th Lord of Mercury. So Lagna Lord becomes very interesting. In fact, it is a Pargotama Lagna. And also look at the Navamsa. If you look at the Navamsa, both Mars and Mercury are in Ashtamamsa. It is 8th from itself. See the combination. So otherwise, everything is fine. The only is born on Ashtami. So is born in Mula Nakshatra. So it is a major affliction with Krishnashtami and with Mula Nakshatra is there. Okay, it is. Yeah.
Left hand is not there or right hand is not there, sir?
I don't remember. I don't know. I think it is.
Because 11th house has Saturn Sun, so maybe left hand is not there.
Yeah, I think it's left hand. I think he was using the right hand properly. Left hand was so small. It's very, very small it was.
Okay.
So you can see it's one part. It's the Lagna week. Lagna in the 12th house. Fire Lord, Lagna Lord in a watery sign. That is the main thing. Okay. There are not only for the fire signs, the 12th house will go to a watery sign. For others, Lagna Lord going to the 12th house is not a serious affliction. But for fire signs Lord, Lagna Lord going to the 12th house is a very serious affliction. It is Tattva. It is extinguishing a Tattva. And added with it, when you have a 6th Lord sitting, it becomes, and it is in Ashtamamsa from itself and Navamsa, it is again a very serious case of issue added with the Kala Sarpa in the horoscope. And Saturn, you can see Sun, Saturn together aspecting the ascendant.
Moon will be in Gandanta, no, sir? Moon is in Gandanta, and the starting dasa would be Ketu dasa from 8th house, I think.
Yes, 8th Lord dasa is the first dasa. So you know at birth itself, and when you pick up what happens, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is a deaf and dumb chart. Then I've always seen this deaf and dumb chart and blind chart is not that very easy to mother disease are very, very easy. But whenever I picked up deaf and dumb, I took a simple chart. I had another chart. It will become in the major class separate. I will teach you more than 10 charts for deaf and dumb. But this year, I'm just going to tell you why not deaf and dumb. What went on to have the affliction for the deaf and dumb. So naturally, you can see. Deaf and dumb, it's not going to be just Lagna. Lagna is okay. Lagna Lord Mars is in the 7th house in Maraga. And more important, it's 12th from itself. So there's a mild affliction, seriously. The most affliction, the Bhava is going to be afflicted. You have Saturn in the 2nd. Deaf and dumb, 2nd and 3rd will be serious affliction. With Jupiter the Karaga, Mercury the Karaga will be serious affliction. So you will have 2nd Saturn, 3rd Lord and the 12th from itself. And Jupiter is 8th from the second house with Ketu. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And if you can look at the horoscope, it is a Vyagatta Yoga, Bharani Nakshatra, Vyagatta Yoga. No, all this will be under serious effect. Okay. Okay. This is blind from birth. Can we? Okay. Can anybody tell me why it's blind from birth? Vishtikarana. Immediately note Vishtikarana. See the planets in the Panchanga which rule Saptami, Saturday, Anuradha, Vishtikarana. See the amount of Saturn domination in the Panchanga. 4 times it is Saturn. And where is Saturn placed? Saturn is in the 12th house with Venus and Ketu aspected by Mars. Moon Nicha, Mars Nicha with Rahu. Okay.
When Sun and Venus occupies 2nd or 12th house and afflicted, this shows eye issues, no? Generally. Because Sun is the car.
Whenever Sun or Venus are afflicted in the 2nd or 12th house, it's a serious eye issues. Here you have the Sun combusting the 2nd lord in the 2nd house and Venus getting afflicted in the 12th house. Venus represents the beauty of the eye, and to an extent, it's just not the beauty of the eye alone. So you can see Sun, Moon, Venus, all three are very important for eyes related issue. You have all afflicted in the horoscope. See, more than deaf and dumb, blind can be a very serious, debilitating, restraining combination in the horoscope. So you have to see very serious affliction. Imagine having a disability as having a person being blind. It's a Vargotama. It looks like Vargotama. But Venus, Moon, is, some people ask, is Nicha Vargotama a strength or weakness? Look at this horoscope. It is a Nicha Moon. So what do you think? It is a disability or it's a strength? Moon being Nicha and Vargotama.
It's a disability. It is more disability.
Lagna Lord afflicted, 2nd Lord afflicted, 12th Lord afflicted, Mars afflicted, Moon afflicted, 8th Lord Mercury in Lagna. So you have, and the Navamsa Lagna has 3 malefics sitting down, and neither the Navamsa is very strong. The 2nd house in Navamsa has a debilitation. Moon is Jupiter, Sun, Venus. Are again, see, Jupiter looks like Jupiter is strong, but Jupiter is in full total combustion. It is a rapt combustion, and it goes to the 6th house in Navamsa. And Sun being in watery signs in Rasi and Navamsa itself is very, very bad for eyesight. Sun. So in Rasi and Navamsa, both Sun goes, it is definitely not a very good combination. So you have Sun afflicted, Moon afflicted, most of the afflicted. So, and the Panchanga factors, all the 4 Panchanga factors are under serious affliction. And if you can look at the Avayoga Sputa falls in the 6th house with Rahu and Mars sitting down out there. And the Yoga Sputa goes for waste because it is in the 12th house with all the reflection. So Yoga Sputa is wasted and Avayoga makes it very, very bad with the 6th house with Rahu and Mars. Okay, this is deaf in both ears. So you can tell me why deaf in both ears? Not dumb, just deaf in both ears.
11th house and 3rd house we have to see, I think.
What's the Karaka for deafness?
It's Jupiter and Mercury.
How is Jupiter sitting in ours?
In 6th house in
with the 8th
Rashi
Lord.
chart.
With the 8th Lord aspected by the 6th Lord. And where it is in Navamsa? It is in the 8th house.
It is in 8th house. 8th house,
with
yes.
the Navamsa Lagna Lord.
Yes.
Where is the Navamsa Lagna Lord in Rasi chart?
It's in the 6th house.
6th house. So you can see the affliction. And the major planet here, it is Jupiter, and Mercury is also afflicted. You can see Mercury sitting with Mars, Sun, and Rahu, 3 malefics. Nothing can be, it is like what is a benefic, a girl being between 3 rowdies, no? Bad guys. That is the meaning of a benefic sitting with Mars, Sun, and Rahu. So Mercury is under severe, especially when a Karaka Bhava gets afflicted in the Bhava it relates to, can be the most, for disease diagnosis, a very easy method, I will tell you. Sun getting afflicted in other Bhavas is different. See, Sun getting afflicted in the 4th or 5th, that is, you will say it is heart. But Sun getting afflicted in the 2nd is eye. So a planet can have 4 or 5 related body parts. But if it gets exactly afflicted in the Bhava it relates to, that will be the affliction. That's the easiest way of identifying the problem. So if Mercury gets afflicted in the second, it's a speech disorder. If Mercury gets afflicted in third or 11th, it is a hearing disorder. So you will have which Karaka planet afflicts in which house, and it somewhere it relates to that planet. Is a very easy way of diagnosis. I've seen squint eyes when you have Sun and Venus in second house, or Sun, Moon, Venus in the second house. Simple, not even, they're not afflicted also. Squint eyes will be there. Venus Sun combination itself, dry eyes will be there. Anybody with Venus Sun will easily have dry eyes issues. And if it is in the second house, it is going to be a serious issue. So we have Sun, Moon, Venus afflicted in the second house, it will give serious eye issues.
Third Lord has gone to 8th house also.
Hmm?
Third Lord Saturn has gone to 8th house.
Yeah. Second and third Lord, both. Okay,
Yes.
so the third, here it is definite. So naturally, the third Lord is afflicted, 11th house is afflicted, Karaka, Jupiter is afflicted, then Mercury is afflicted. And it repeats in Navamsa also.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody was saying something. Yeah. Okay, this is a case of a polio. In later years, you can see Mars and Ketu, she picked up genetical issues also. But at birth, she picks up polio. Even in spite of so many polio drops and polio things, if there's an affliction in the horoscope, whatever polio medicines you take, you are afflicted with polio. So because it is destined in a horoscope to have it. So tell me why this girl has polio issues. So immediately striking, you can see Mars and Ketu in the 8th house. So you will see. But why, when Lagna Lord is well placed, why Mercury is in the 9th house? Why did it give up at birth? There is a problem. Tell me. Mercury is in the 9th house only, no? Lagna Lord is not afflicted. Why at birth she must pick up polio?
Navamsa Lagna Lord is going to 8th.
D1 Lagna Lord in Navamsa, it is in the 6th and the 8th together. So now it is not actually, it looks like in the 9th, but if you look closely, it is in Navamsa, it is in the 6th and 8th, and it is isolated from the Rahu Ketu axis. Lagna Lord alone, it is in the separate axis. It is sitting on separate. In Navamsa, it goes to the 6th and 8th house. So Mercury, Mercury is the nervous system. Muscle is mass. Where is the muscle mass? By sitting in the 8th house. Lagna Lord has affliction. 3 planets in the 8th house. So serious block in the genetical area. Very pretty girl. But then what I say, she has genetical problems. She has experience-related issues. Naturally, Mars and Ketu, 100% the uterus will be removed for this child. If you can survive, giving delivery is another problem. It's 3 malefics, impossible. Even if the 5th house is nice, 8th house has maybe very difficult to give birth.
For polio, we can take the 12th house sitting from the 8th from itself.
Yes, definitely. 12th house will play a vital role. Saturn will play a vital role.
Right.
And like that's
and
not
it is afflicted in Navamsa also. Venus afflicted in the Navamsa also.
Not 12th house. First, you must understand what are the feet related house karakas. Feet related starts from where? It starts from Capricorn. Whenever Capricorn has malefics, 2 malefics, knee joint problems will be there. Serious knee joint problems will be there. Anybody, yes. it can be in any horoscope. What I say, but if more than 2 malefics are there in Capricorn, knee and knee related problems will be there. If Aquarius, it is the shin. It is a circulatory system. It's the calf muscle. And why heart related is, you will see more heart issues from Aquarius rather than Leo.
Here, 10th Lord is also afflicted in both the chart.
Yes. What is it? Whenever Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces are afflicted, knee and below, you can have a problem. I always see knee problems. Even this is 8th house, okay. If it is not knee, so Kendra Kona, when you pick up at 40 knee problems, your kneecap is knee problem is happened. 10th house will have an affliction, or Capricorn will have an affliction, or Saturn will have an affliction, or knee related problems. Here it is a typical event to polio because it becomes the 8th house. It becomes a serious 8th house issue. And you can see the D1 Lagna Lord weak in Navamsa, and the D9 Lagna Lord Mars. Where is the D9 Lagna Lord Mars?
8,000 D1.
In D1, and where it is in Navamsa?
Navamsha, it is 6th house.
6th house. So you can see you have the Lagna Lord of both the signs be weak. Okay. Okay. Kishore ji, have spoken?
One sir.
Yeah, tell me.
No, I have already spoken.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've finished. So anybody has any doubts, you can ask me. So the main thing, I think I didn't show some chats I might have missed telling you. It must have been there. Whenever the Lagna Lord is the DK, I have seen serious issues. At birth, the Dasa Lord is a DK. And sorry, it is a GK. It is a very serious issue. So it can be a benefic also. If it is a malefic and it is GK, I've seen, I'll miss it. It's not in 6, 8, 12. Why is this particular Dasa giving a problem? Then I will go and see strictly GK can be very serious health issue. And the Lagna becomes GK and the planet is not strong. This is one susceptible to congenital issues. Yes, Shobha ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, what happened? Shobha ma'am. She's not able to.
Suresh, you can go ahead.
Sir, you said Aquarius for heart problems. Why did you say?
Okay, I'll tell you. See, you know what's the secondary heart? What is called the secondary heart? It is your calf muscles, right? So doctors will tell you as important for a heart problem, you have to do calf muscle exercise because that only pumps back the blood. What is to the upper part of the body is your calf muscles. The Aquarius rules your calf muscles. So an affliction to Aquarius is very, very 6, 8, 12 and or malefic in Aquarius can be a very problem. And circulatory issues. You have arterial blocks, no? That is also related to Aquarius. So it is a house of circulation. Why it's a house of circulation? Circulation depends on your what is the strength of your calf muscles, how much active you keep your calf muscles. Why walking is such an important exercise for the heart? It's related to your calf, not your feet. It's related to your calves, which Aquarius is ruled by Aquarius. Is ruled by the calves.
Basically, Leo and Aquarius axis. This one axis.
That is these two are very important. Actually, Sun must be also must be involved. And an affliction to Aquarius will play a very important role.
Same way for the pulmonary issues, we have to see Gemini and Sagittarius. Both these two, this axis, sir, even Sagittarius plays a role.
4th and 5th. No. So Sagittarius will not play. 4th and 5th. It is Gemini and Cancer.
Gemini and Cancer. Okay.
Because sometimes it is Punarvasu. No, Punarvasu will play a very vital role. For lungs, it is also Mercury and it's also Moon. You have two functions, no?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are we going to cover like house-wise Karakatwas, planet-wise Karakata, Nakshatra-wise Karakata, Panchavaya?
Initially, first class, I will not take any disease. It will be only introduction, all these basic rules. I will teach what are the 12 bhavas, what are the planets, nakshatras, all first class. It will be only about introduction, what causes disease. First class will be there. After that only second class, after 3 hours of basic introduction, then genetical related probabilities and nutrition related probabilities of a disease, what vitamins and minerals deficiencies going to a disease, what is the reason genetical issues for a disease. First class will be all this. We'll start with the second class with example charts with psychiatric issues, all psychiatric problems, what leads to psychiatric problems. We'll go through almost all the health issues we will be going.
Okay, sir. Sir, apart from nakshatra, does like other panchang elements like tithi karna leads to a particular disease? Like, okay, they will add to
yes, it will add. Definitely it will add. Depending on the disease, So especially if it is a day lord, it's fire related. So lack of immunity strength or matter. Let's say you are born on a Monday, Friday, and moon is in a watery sign afflicted, means you are prone to cold related issues, lack of fire. There's no fire element weak. So the fire aspect is very weak. So if you are the Tidhi Lord is involved, what I say, it's going to be a lot of, again, and Tidhi Lord is involved with watery planets, then it is going to be a lot of fluid related problems you are going to be. So each is a tattva. Panchanga means a tattva. To understand the tattva dominance in the horoscope, it is absolutely related. You have to not know the tattva of the Rasi. You have to relate it with the Panchanga. Only you will know the tattva harmony, Panchanga with the Rasi. You will have to take in together. Only then you will understand the tattva. Which planets dominate you is only the Panchanga, these 5 Panchanga rulers only. Where they are, in what is the dominance, you can see. You would leave Panchanga and you only look at the Rasi charts, you will not get it correct. If you are born in Sashti. Immediately, you are a fire dominance person. You will know, especially if you are also born on a Tuesday. You are also born in a Bhavakarna. You're typically a fire-related personality. And your horoscope also has fire sign strong or fire planet strong. It is very, very strong. Then I can immediately tell you what kind of health issues you are prone to. If you are a fire person, you are a Pitta-dominated person, what will be your health issues? It will be head-related, eye-related, Pitta-related. If its 5th house is afflicted, immediately I'll say the bile-related problem. If you are a Lagna, if these Panchanga dominates, if Lagna is afflicted, immediately I can tell inflammation-related issues. So all this hint will come only from the Panchanga. If I know a Panchanga element, whether it's a Vata, Pitta, Kapha domination, and the Bhavas afflicted, I can immediately relate it. So I need not touch your Nadi and check up and find out what are you a Vata, Pitta, Kapha. I can look from your Panchanga, look at the planetary domination, and immediately I can tell you what is your dominant and is that particular tattva vitiated or less. And so this should be the root of your, and where is this particular Vata, Pitta, Kapha afflicting which part of the body? Remedial measures, medicine, everything is related. An Ayurvedic doctor must know astrology. Even if he can identify with the pulse, what is the Vata, he must know the planets. Because slightly the Pitta Vata aspect changes. Kapha can be moon, can be Venus also. Vata can be Saturn, it can be Mercury, it can be Rahu, Saturn, it can be. It changes differently. What it is when Saturn and what it is Rahu, the meaning of it absolutely changes. So though it might show only Vata, the planetary wise only if he knows he's running a Saturn Dasa and Rahu Dasa, both will give Vata of a different order it will give. Vata which affects the mind, Vata if it just affects the body. How will you differentiate? Maybe symptomatically the doctor will find out. But if he knows the horoscope, it will become very, very easy. It's a Vata related because of Saturn, Vata related because of Rahu, has 2 big difference. So this
what is the difference?
No, depends on, see, it depends on the house it is involved. Which part? See, Vata, you know, there's 5, you have 5 Vayu related, no? Which part it is there? If what is it? Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana, no? 5 Vatas are there, then there are 5 Pranas are there. Where, which part of the body? If Saturn is sitting in the 5th house, what I say, the Samana part is going to get afflicted. If it is Rahu, it will be different. What I say, you can correct it with Saturn, but with Rahu, you can't correct it. The energy of the Vayu from Rahu is a different thing. It is afflicted from the Ida, Pingala, Nadi. It is not afflicted from the physical body. 72,000 Nadis are there. But the Ida, Pingala, Nadi afflictions will be from the Rahu aspect. Why you pray to Subramanya when Rahu Ketu is afflicted is Subramanya rules your Shushumna Nadi. So this Ayurvedic concept you must understand with the deities Panchanga concept you need to understand. It's easier for remedial measures. Sometimes you will have an health issue, you won't know how to, and the 10th class is about remedial measures. So which to remedy you will not know. You'll be running here and there. Especially if it is Rahu and Ketu, it will be very difficult for you to do a medical remedy. You need to do a deity remedy. For other cases, maybe you can rush to the doctor. The doctor, sir, will tell you. Sometimes the doctor will be finding it difficulty doing researching, finding out what could be the problem. Each doctor will give you one problem. Will say, this may be the problem, that may be the problem. Certain diseases have all been discovered. Certain diseases, people are just, even I have seen many cases of multiple sclerosis. Doctors after 2 years will say, looks like multiple sclerosis. Look symptomatically of this, but we don't know exactly, they will tell you. Or Parkinson's disease, they will tell you. Looks like Parkinson's disease, it has some symptoms, but one more doctor will say, no, maybe it is a neurological, some other disease. So this is how when you come to complicated, certain things, okay, basic disease, they know. So this is all when you have Rahu, Ketu, or the afflicting planet is with Rahu, Ketu, or Scorpios involved, you cannot even diagnose the problem. You have to do a remedial measure for the doctors even to diagnose and find out what is the issue. Yeah. Shobha ma'am?
Sir, one of my relatives, now it is recognized that she has the problem in eyes. Some fluid, it seems it comes in excess in eye.
So it's not retinopathy.
And doctor is telling that she has to go for operation. And he is telling it is a genetical disorder.
Genetical disorder, you will just check up the second house has connection to Rahu, Ketu, or the fifth and ninth are afflicted. It's going to be genetic.
Second house.
Second house for eyes, no? 2 and 12 are for eyes. You definitely, if it is genetical, Rahu, Ketu will be part of it. So eyes, definitely, it is Sun, Moon, Venus will be part of it. Especially these afflicts.
Sun, I found out, sir, when I have seen it. Some sun problem, I told her also.
See, if it is genetical, what's the dasa running? It is Rahu, Ketu running, or an afflicted fifth and ninth lord dasa running. So that will, you will know it is genetical. When you have a dosha related to Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, dasa running, it will become karmic. Saturn is karmic. Rahu, Ketu will become genetical.
Okay. Sir, this cannot be found out at the beginning of the life, means at very early stage.
See, many are lifestyle diseases. Certain things we can find out when Shukra is badly placed. It is what is it? Mostly it is a lifestyle disease. Mars is lack of exercise. Moon, it is lack of relaxation. You know what is the reason for general health? It is Hari, Vari, Kari. Three laws: Hari, Vari, Kari. So Hari is related to what planet? Hari, Vari, Kari. You can relate it each to one particular planet. So this you will have to manage. It is most of the health issues are psychosomatic. It is typically psychosomatic. It is your mind. If your mind is free, no anger, hatred, jealousy, it is very, very free. What is most of the disease you will not get. It is related. See, the mind is the subtle aspect of the body. The body is a concrete aspect of the mind. If your mind is free, relaxed, there's nothing really harming you. For 20 years, cancer, multiple sclerosis, or any deranged disease is somewhere you are harboring a negative subconscious problem for 20 years. Slowly it is eating you. And suddenly one day it will bloom up as your cells go out of control, you will get cancer. It's not suddenly one day you picked up cancer. You can relate why it is a blood cancer, why it is a uterus cancer, why your endometrium is enlarged. Cancer, you can easily find out. There's a psychological relation. So it is eating you slowly for 25 years. Only then, what is a degenerative disease can happen.
Okay.
Lifestyle disease, when Shukra, drinking habits, this you will see. Second house, Shukra getting afflicted, lack of exercise, Mars is afflicted, Moon is afflicted, your mental makeup is not very good. So certain planets, you can alternate, not planetary position, just your lifestyles, you can change it. Certain disease, you have no reason at all. Not all cancer is because you smoke and drink or pollution. Yes. You will be a vegetarian and you will be in a village and suddenly you will pick up cancer. That is because not necessary. Certain things, certain without any reason also you can pick up cancer. I know my friend who's doing a cancer research. He says he went to a remote village and he's found so many people with cancer who are vegetarian eating, no pollution involved, no drinking, smoking, any of the bad effects, and he had so many cancer patients. I was wondering what is the reason for these issues. So this, one reason, what I say, if when Rahu Ketu is involved, afflicting a particular bhava, Scorpio is involved, affliction, so you'll pick up. And actually the reason is, what I say, you are harboring a negativity for too many years. Degenerative disease, acquired immune deficiency, you will have autoimmune deficiency. All this is a mind-related disease. So naturally, you will see the moon being a very strong role for this. Fire size strong, Sun and Mars strong, you have strong willpower. So nothing is easily afflicts you. But you have water sign strong, most of the planets in water sign, you have a very weak will. Your mental immunity is weak. So naturally, your physical immunity is weak. So you are very susceptible. You can pick up any infection. See, actually, if you see a healthy body is, our body is full of virus and bacteria. You know that. A healthy
Yes.
body is to keep both the bacteria. We need both the bacteria. Just see the bacteria, it does not dominate. It should not become. So you have to brush your teeth in the morning because the bacteria starts forming. But does not mean you have to kill all the bacteria. The modern medicine will try to kill the bacteria. Actually, it is not that way. It is an optimum state of balance. A certain amount of, you live, all the bacteria need to coexist in your body. That keeps your body healthy. You need the bacteria to keep you healthy. The only thing is not proliferate beyond a limit which can damage your body. So you need to bathe, you have to keep clean, you need exercise. What I say, your gut bacteria, it's very necessary. It's not removing the gut of all bacteria. Keep it healthy. So one secret of very good health is, so your diet matters, cleanliness matters, all that matters. So what Ayurvedic medicine will never kill any of a bacteria in your stomach. Why suddenly people start telling you eat fermented foods? What is that one particular drink which has become very famous? Kombucha. Kombucha. You heard of kombucha?
No, no, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's for how important is gut bacteria is becoming the latest fact. What is
Probiotic.
all this probiotic related issue? Why curd is such a wonderful issues, or you have this old rice, no? You eat old rice. First thing
Kanji.
kanji you eat. No, it is such a magical drink because what I say, it keeps the good bacteria in your body healthy. You need to have bacteria in your stomach, or your in colon bacteria or a gut bacteria, or everything to an extent it must be there. That bacteria is part of your good health. You cannot, you take frequent antibiotics or most of English medicine will kill every part of bacteria. So there is no bacteria in your body which will kill you.
Okay. Now it is
a part of when you can see Rahu Ketu involved in part of what I say, the bacteria. We need bacteria. A healthy state of body is when the bacteria are all exist in the body. Don't kill the bacteria. Either
now
in
it
the
is
colon,
found out her mother and auntie, they are also having the same problem, but at
so it's
less
genetical.
intensity.
So it is, but naturally will second dose and Rahu Ketu will, and a bad dasa will be the.
I'll check, sir. I'll check. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask that if the Lagna Lord is the GK, and suppose it is a malefic, be it Saturn, Sun, or Mars, then it being strong is good or it being weak is good?
Not that way. First, a malefic being Lagna Lord is bad. Becoming the GK, it is worse. But if it is, depends, strong where. If it is what I say, strong in a Kendra Kona, it is not good. Not a problem. Okay.
Okay.
If it is in a negative house, it can be bad.
If it's in the shadow house, it's in
it'll be bad.
it's in 2, 8, 6, 12.
Yes.
Then it's not.
Let's say Lagna Lord Saturn is exalted.
Okay, in the 8th.
Okay. In the 9th house, it is exalted. Let's say Lagna Lord is 9th exalted. It is good for the Lagna, but it can afflict the 9th.
Okay.
A malefic or Mars, let's say Mars, Lagna Lord Mars gets exalted in the 10th. What I say, it is good for the Lagna, but it will afflict the 10th house. Knee problem will be there.
So for in terms of health, okay,
as far as it is strong as an immunity, as a strength, it is good. But to an extent, as very strong malefic in a bhava will also afflict the bhava.
The bhava.
Unless it is supported by a benefic aspect, is there, the Shubhakatari is there,
Understood.
there's a benefic in trying to it, it's not a problem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, you have told that the secondary heart is calm. Okay, no?
Tell me, sir.
Aquarius sign is a secondary heart.
Yeah, calf muscle is a secondary heart.
But the circulation and respiratory of the lungs are controlled by Cancer. That does not, this pumping of the heart is done through Cancer. No?
I'm not able to understand what you're saying.
No. The circulation and respiratory of the lungs are controlled by Cancer sign.
Cancer cells.
Cancer sign, no?
Cancer sign. Okay, no. Okay. Yes. Correct. Yeah, it's not cancer alone. It is It is a bit of the Gemini, a little bit of Cancer, it is a bit of Leo. Leo is your electrical function of the heart. No, how does the heart actually function? What is it? It is an electrical impulse, right? The electrical impulse is in Leo. What is it? The lung and the lung is necessary to keep the heart pumping. So there, the Cancer will play a vital role. So the Gemini parts of it is prana Shakti, no? So for the prana Shakti, Gemini also will play. So it is a bit of the three, a bit of that's why it is some people say fourth heart, fifth heart. No, it is a combined 3, 4, 5, Gemini, Cancer, Leo for the heart. But for the secondary heart, it is Aquarius only.
Okay. But as regard cholesterol problem, Jupiter is to be considered, no?
Actually, cholesterol is not a problem at all. It is another myth where cholesterol is a problem. Yes, what is it? Jupiter is related, 9th house, Jupiter is related to cholesterol. But again, this is another big myth whether cholesterol is actually a problem. You go and put that in Google, the myth, we put a title in Google, is actually cholesterol gives heart attack or what? What is it? Cholesterol is bad for other issues, but when you have, I think, what is it? Is it LDL or HDL which is bad? Low density cholesterol or high density cholesterol, which is bad?
LDL is bad. LDL is
so
bad.
What is it? Yeah. So even that, some people are saying it is nothing to worry. The cholesterol is a totally fake thing because they wanted to sell olive oil and said oil is very good for the body. And so all of us, we stopped eating coconut oil, sesame oil, everything. All these kind of things was destroyed. Now we are coming back to the same oil. How good was sesame oil and coconut oil? Coconut oil is supposed to be as good as mother's milk. Was supposed to. So that was a marketing gimmick. So you can go and see a lot of papers. Is actually cholesterol gives heart attack. 90% of the heart issues, it is not cholesterol. It was calcium deposits in the artery which harm. It is not the cholesterol which does. So it's just a gimmick, marketing gimmick to tell you cholesterol is the killing factor for your heart. Okay, you're
covering this autoimmune diseases also.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Most of the disease we will be covering. In each class, I will add a new dimension, new horoscope to the thing. And it will be from the Ayurvedic perspective and the allopathic perspective with the astrological perspective, with the last class with the remedial measures.
Yeah. Ketu plays the blockage.
Yes, Ketu, Rahu, Ketu is for the tubes, no? Tubes related. Anything when a tubular function, your viruses, bacteria, tubular related things, or when it comes, all this will play. And more of the disease related beyond your tattva. Everything will fall within the tattva. When it falls beyond the tattva, you will have Rahu, Ketu come. Esoteric related, your Kundalini related problems. And it is most of the madness is a Kundalini disturbance. People don't think it's a spiritual problem. It is not literally. Most of your hallucinations or schizophrenia, all these, it's a Kundalini problem. Kundalini problem, it's gone out of action. The chakras are gone malfunctioning. Kundalini is getting unleashed. All the serial killers, we'll say serial killers, no? Suddenly they'll go and kill 30, 40. What is wrong with them? What is the affliction? It is a Kundalini disturbance. They are not able to control a part of mind. V.S. Goyal's book, Kundalini and Madness, you can read to understand how is Kundalini related to psychological problems. Why some people start seeing things, some people audio visually hallucinations. What is this related to? When Rahu Ketu is involved, with Scorpio is involved, it is doctors will say, no, it is just imagination, the mind works also. But from the Ayurvedic point of view, it is your etherical body, which is stone. You are not supposed to see certain things beyond until you are mature. Your third eye is stone. When third eye is stone, you will start seeing things which you are not supposed to see because you are not ready to process and understand what you see.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything? Any other doubts? So we'll cover in entire detail with the Ayurvedic concept together. We'll have a very healthy, holistic discussion, not just on the disease, why you get the disease. So the psychological aspect of the disease. So it will just not be disease also. We'll understand the disease from this, not the pathology of the disease. We will understand the psychology of the disease also, and astrology of the disease also. We'll understand. So It's not the do's and don'ts or how we can get over a disease. All that psychological aspect, spiritual aspect of it also will be part of the medical course. Most of the disease, if I can say 90% of the disease, if a person is harbors no ill will towards anybody or any person, is not having it in their heart, will be free of all disease. See, every time you're angry with somebody, your cells in that body do not know whether you're angry or you're angry or hating or jealousy. Your body thinks what I say, it is related to you. It does not differentiate between you're angry with somebody. The body will think you are hating yourself. So a constant hate or anger on somebody, the cells keep on what I say getting programmed and feeding. What I say, you're angry at yourself. So this goes on slowly damaging part of your body. The cells are not you. The cells work for you. That's the reason you can give blood donation, you can give your organs to donation, because cells are not you. Cells work for you. 5 trillion cells work for you. So you constantly are in a negative hatred mode, what is it? So you have to be light, be happy, be lovable. You will never get any health issues. 90% of the health issues, unless 10%, which comes from previous karma. Again, it is unconscious. It is also part of your mind. The only thing, it is deep rooted in your consciousness, which will be there in your mental state. Psychiatric, that's why we start with psychological problems. What is psychological problems actually? Suicide cases or what is a problem? Yes. Anybody has any doubts?
What was the book you said? Dr. B.S. Goel's book or?
B.S. Goel's book, Kundalini book.
Huh?
Kundalini
Liberating Force.
and psychoanalysis.
Psychoanalysis.
Psychoanalysis. It will tell you about what is the psychological, what is this madness, all these psychological related issues. Most of the madness, why suddenly people will do all kind of psychotic things. So what is mind actually? Where is the mind? The body. Where is the mind? Can you tell me where is the mind? What is the mind? Yes, we know mood is the mind, but where is the mind in the body? Can you define mind?
It's intangible, sir.
No, it can be defined, it can be explained, but medicine, allopathy cannot define what is the mind. It's not the neurons or it's not the brain, because brains and what I say, your consciousness, when you are in deep sleep, I'm sleeping fully, but I'm still awake, right? I'm dreaming, I'm watching my dream, right? Who's watching the dream? Who's watching the dream? You can know if you follow your dream. I'm having all kind of dreams, and my physical body is sleeping, my mind is sleeping, but somebody is watching all the dreams. Who's watching the dreams? So what is a mental state?
The conscious mind is watching.
What is the conscious mind? What is the conscious?
No idea, sir.
You heard the word mindfulness. Mindfulness, you have heard of mindfulness. There's a lot of practices for mindfulness. Watch the mind. So you have to watch the mind. You're not supposed to react. You have to respond. You have to react to your thoughts. Thoughts goes. You're not supposed to immediately react. We are in the usual way of immediately, whatever the mind comes, we react. So a balanced person is, you can have a control. Can I do? Can I not do? You must know not to react immediately, instantly to a mental reaction, and function more from the consciousness rather than from the mind aspect. A lot of practices, there's some meditation practice, no? I forgot the name of the practice. A very nice meditation which asks you to watch your breath. Forgot, a very nice place. 7 days you
Vipassana,
go and Vipassana. Excellent method. Many health issues, people have taken Vipassana course. It is nothing but a practice to just watch your breath. So watch your breath, you're able to watch your mind. So you don't allow your mind to go out of control. I've seen serious health cases, skin issues, skin issues, 7 days Vipassana, skin issues controlled. Nothing, no big exercise, no mantra, anything, just watching your breath. I've seen. Vipassana has been an excellent way. So how mind, just simple mind control, unconscious mind control, and you can manage most of your health issues. So it's all related to your mind, how unconsciously you are reacting to a particular state of mood and mind, can be part of what your health will do. Why you are prone to ulcer, why you are prone to stomach problem, why you get headache, why you get muscular problem, why you have this, all related to how you react. So this can be seen from the moon in your horoscope. Your Panchanga factors and moon in the horoscope can be very strongly relate to what you'll tend to react and how you should control that process. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other doubts you want to ask? Yes, Dragons, you were asking me something. You have written a lot of things, unable to read it. Yes, I agree with your suggestions also.
I just, yeah, we agreed for showing our faces to have the, that you have the feeling that we are sitting in the big hall and you are talking to live person.
Yes. Yeah.
That was only my suggestion that many
people
are hiding. Many people are hiding, like in the school. And also, Shobhaji is showing only her upper.
Third eye, only a third eye.
Yeah. Maybe some small switch in the camera. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, we want to see your nice face. Yes, thank you. And the other one was you said such a good story now about this. When you think inside, then you poison yourself.
Yes.
And it could be a one slide. It could be a nice slide for this course.
No, I'll be constantly what is emphasizing on this, and especially the first will be psychological disease. One full 3 hours class on all psychological. But it's not your mind only for psychiatric problem. Mind is involved. Mind is involved for everything, from cancer to multiple sclerosis, for diabetes, everything. Mind is involved. Though in this, mind itself becomes anyway, and mind is affected in psychology. But every disease, your mind is the reason. Yes, a bit of lifestyle and everything, but somewhere, see, what heals? Tell me what heals. What is the healing? What is the healing force? Why does a person heal? For some people, you get a disease and suddenly you are infected. You have an immune, some virus, viral, and suddenly you will say your body's immune reaction on all these kind of things.
Nature heals. Time heals.
Most important that
God heals.
What God heals? What is the meaning of God healing?
It heals by itself.
The capacity you allowing to heal yourself is your mind. When you have a mental state, I should heal.
Yes.
That is the most important. When I go into the hospital, somebody sees me sick. I can know from the mentality of the person, will this person succumb or will come out of the worst health issue also. If he wants to get healed, every bone's broken. I know one case where every bone broken, he came out. But there is a case when a small, I have known case when they've just diagnosed with first stage of cancer and third day they died. How can 3rd days of cancer you die? You just gave up, that's all. There's something of giving up and fighting back, no? Matters a lot. But so you want to get healed, no? You will heal every part of your body. Will not, understand, nobody can heal you from external. Even the doctor cannot heal, even the God cannot heal you. Healing comes from within. You heal yourself. Your mentality, I want to heal, I am healed. Everything is a catalyst, a stimulant for healing, assistance. It's a doctor means doctors assists you in healing. You don't call a doctor a healer. You call a doctor a healer. No, he is not a healer. No. He administers and assists the healing process. And what is the healing process? Yes, there are many other factors. Most important, the mind. Yes, I should be healthy. I should be fit. I should be vibrant. I should always be hale and healthy. That mind only heals. Somewhere, if that is eroded, your healing problems will happen. So it is a bone is broken. What does the doctor heal? He keeps it together and allows it to calcify. And if you are in a strong mental, why it went on to break? There is some chaotic state of the mind which has the bone has to break. And you are still continuing with it, you will have problems. It will not heal, it will not calcify. Doctor will say, no, it is not possible. I have to keep a metal, I have to keep a screw or nut. Or normally it can be done. If your mind is not healthy, if you attracted an accident, you attracted a breakage, or you attracted a problem, it will not heal even if the mind is not. So healing, I will tell you, people say Reiki, this, that, many other healing or some divine healing. Nobody can heal you. If you do not allow the healing process to take place, no external influence, nobody can heal anybody. All the healing miracles which you have heard, it is the receptivity of the person. Somewhere the receptivity, he allows the other person to heal. Even the greatest of healing, which has taken place, if you read in the books, what I say, it will be like, what I say, the God or the God-man was just a stimulant. The person was receptive, and that person was just a receptive for him to self-heal himself. Healing is always self-healing. There is no doctor or any other aspects. So if you have that mind state, that is the biggest secret of health. Your mentality, a healthy mindset is the secret of good health. You self-belief, believe yourself, you can heal. So get into a lifestyle which you can self-heal yourself.
So I waited for this course, and I am afraid a little bit because we will see all our problems also. But I'm looking forward for the nice course, and I already applied. So I wish to see so many people.
So it's just not the diagnosis of understanding the we are not just going to see why we get these health issues. The right mental makeup, okay, can cure any health issues. Either it is cancer or any other degenerative issues, or even avoid an accident or a psychosomatic and any disease. It is somewhere any health issues related absolutely to the mind. And healthy state of mind and a willingness you don't want to get healthy is the cause of all disease. Apart from, you can say Hari, Vari, and Kari. You understand, no? What is Hari, Vari, and Kari?
Yes. Self-punishing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Most of the autoimmune disease are self-punishing, self-unconscious, self-punishing issues. Yes, Akshata.
Sir, in all the examples that you gave, I feel that 6th, 8th, 12th Lord houses, especially Navamsha, have a big role
yes,
to play.
Definitely. Yes.
Because, sir, one interesting thing that I like to share is I have a Neecha Varagotama moon in Lagna and in
Nakshatra?
Anuradha Nakshatra and Sima Lagna. So it's Vargotama in Navamsha, and in Navamsha I am Cancer rising in Navamsha.
So your Navamsa Lagna Lord is nature.
Yes.
So your sensitivity to many other things, how where your health problems can come is you are extremely very sensitive to all these aspects. When a weak moon does not mean a weakness. You can easily get to any other mental issues. No, you react.
Sir, so I wanted to share some more. So Sima Lagna, I am a full moon Purnima born, and my sun is also Vargotama.
10th house, okay.
10th house, and
very much like Donald Trump's horoscope.
Yes, I do realize. But answer there's more. And my Lagna, this is to show that everything can be. And I have Ketu Rahu, and the Rahu Ketu axis also.
Wow. Okay.
And I have Mars also in 7th house. So Mars Rahu aspecting Lagna. And in my Navamsha, I have, along with Moon, I have Jupiter, Venus, Ketu, and Sun and Rahu. But till now, I've been fortunate. So I don't know. Let's see in the future what's it to hold. But I've not faced any major.
No, Neecha moon in full.
Yes.
Full moon. Okay.
And sitting with benefics.
So that is the thing. See, moon is always understood with the right tithi. If you have the right tithi, the only thing a Neecha aspect what it will give you is how's your mother?
Yes, there is some relationship issues. That is what.
That alone, because I can easily understand what is the 12th Lord Neecha in the 4th house. That aspect should not affect you in the long run. She must not be a part where she afflicts you, and that in due course must not disturb it.
Yeah.
So if you can somehow cut out, compromise with it, come to the solution, it will not help in the long run. It will not affect.
Yes, sir. That since Mars is sitting with Rahu, and Mars is also my 4th and 9th lord, so that aspect has weighed heavily on the relationship front. But health-wise, I'm not that sure. But
Lagna Lord is strong, no, for you? Lagna Lord
yeah,
in the 10th
but it's
in
still,
Digbala.
sir, it's still with Sun and Rahu in Navamsha. So I don't know how.
No, it is not afflicted. The Lagna is strong for you. The moon thing, that's susceptibility to an external, especially from the mother, you have to be careful.
Correct. But I also have a Jupiter aspecting Lagna from 9th house. So I think
that's an excellent aspect. Jupiter is in the 5th house, no? Strong Jupiter.
Yes, in 9th house. In Navamsha, it's in 5th house. In D1, it's in 9th house.
Oh, very good. That is
but
always poor opinion.
Yeah. But it was very interesting, sir, to listen to your combinations and how we can relate to our own charts, and teaches us quite a lot of things. And definitely, thanks for the profound advice that you said, right? We can be our own enemies if we don't have a healthy state of mind.
It is health is nothing. After going through a medical course 3 times, it is not what you say, some planetary question I got health, or this I got health. You are the cause of your ill health, nothing else. So you can cure yourself, or you can succumb to it. So this is the secret, the most important. A little bit of lifestyle, everything, or worry. Most it is a psychological. You change a psychological pattern, you heal yourself. This is the match, nothing else.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anything? Sanjeev ji. Yes, Sanjeev ji.
Sir, can I little discuss about the yesterday context?
No, this I think people would not know.
No, related to disease only.
Yes, definitely you can.
If somebody has the Lagna Lord sitting in the Contextula, then there is a propensity to have the long-term disease.
I didn't put that because again it'll be a complicated. I have to teach that gives. So I didn't pick it up, or I would have added that also into the analysis.
Right.
Anybody with a Lagna Lord or a particular planet sitting under the solar, the Karagatvam will be severely hampered.
Yeah, so I have seen one of 2 chart where Lagna Lord itself sitting in the Contextura Nakshatra. So regular I have observed something is going on.
Definitely the Karagatvam will be severely afflicted.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking, shall I add that? Then again,
I understand.
Don't understand the concept, so I just left it off. In the Avayogi concept, they'll misunderstand wrongly. And Panchanga, many people are not introduced to. But then part of the class, I just want to show. So maybe whenever it's applicable, I will also use the Kandaka Stula in the class.
Right. Okay.
You look very different. I think you had a different haircut or you had a, makeover.
I don't know. Today I am not wearing that headphone.
I think that gives a bit. You're looking very different.
Yeah. Some problem in headphone. That's why I'm today not wearing.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything?
No, sir. Thank you for this interesting session.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. And
thank you so much, sir.
I think your guidance is required.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
Your guidance is required from Ayurveda point of view.
Yes, this course will always start with Ayurveda. We will start with Ayurveda and the allopathic aspect. And
I have already done this course, sir.
Oh, good. So you will know, no?
I know, but something more, because just now I have experienced that. Last 1 year, 1 month, I am taking Ayurveda medicine.
Okay.
Side by side the allopathy, because I wanted to reduce that allopathy, to reduce the side effects of that allopathy.
Relate what problem?
Diabetes, thyroid.
See, thyroid, you should take Kanchanar Goglo. Throat exercise, Kanchanar Goglo. Diabetes is no Ayurvedic medicine can help, though there are many medicines. I will tell you the best is if you cleanse your gut. It's only gut. Diabetes is related to gut. That is, there is something called Virechanam and Basti.
Yes.
You have to, Virechanam Basti means it's an elimination therapy.
Yes.
It's an enema. You will have to take it frequently. You will have to remove all the bad bacteria from the, cleanse the colon. Once the colon goes, your liver will function properly, and your insulin will produce. No medicines. Medicines is just, even Ayurvedic medicine, it is simply only to help and Amla is very good, turmeric is very good, then you have a lot of other things, but it's all again support. Diabetes is typically you'll have to cleanse your colon. This is the secret. You'll have to cleanse. Basti and Virechana, you'll have to. Thyroid, Kanchanar Guglo, neck exercise. Do a lot of neck exercise. You do. It is very related to it. And third house, Gemini, Jupiter, influence, it's weak in a horoscope. You have to check for thyroid.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sure. Yeah. Yes. Anybody else? Anything?
Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. So please do join this course. Sir has taken 400 charts in the last session that we did. Minimum 400 charts will be discussed, and lots of remedies also sir has taught after giving all the disease. So looking forward, sir, to this course. Starts on 30th at 11 a.m. 10 sessions, 3 hours each session. Thank you. People who have not subscribed our channel, please do go and subscribe. There are a lot of sessions that you can learn from. There are 2 sessions done by sir on medical astrology. You all can check out those sessions also, everybody.
Yeah, I spoke on cancer and psychiatric issues I've discussed.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.